looking to put a drive together.
Come on.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Stephanie, Stephanie,
On play action, they'll throw. That's caught downfield by Neighbors. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line. You got a chip. I be on my little mouse drip. All that rap to pay your bills.
Hawk 70.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They run for the first time with James Cook.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
Now they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the
Jaguar pressure and Jaguar sack. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
From 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open weekday coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
At the 40-yard line.
Play action, it's Lawrence.
Wide open receiver complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Here we go.
4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now fall incomplete.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Giants are going to get the football back at their own 17.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with some great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Taken in at the 22.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Oh, a Cardinal sin there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Now Cook running right. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44. The Giants on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. They roll it again with Cook. And he will be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
On the set. 19, 18. Go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
13 loose.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On red.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And they'll get 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Got it. Ready? Lisa 24. 30 left.
They'll try to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Let's go now.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Still going inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. James Cook, 54 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense.
And now the rookie's free. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Jags are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Giants 7.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Give me a D. Give me the E. Give me the A. Give me the M. Give me the ring. Give me the lock. Give me the rock.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Here we go. Here we go.
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are in 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Second down and inches. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Trap all 80. Trap 60. Trap 60. Warriors 70.
Back to throw here.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And the Giants first down. It's a gain of 23
Mustang 19. Dragon 60.
Giants.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Right back to Cook for another completion. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Cook again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
And it's Cup 19. Cup 19. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fields. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
60 Bobcats. 6 Cougar 19. 70 Rangers. 79 Broncos.
Looking to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Bronco 80.
Back to the ground, Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
3rd and 12.
Panther 60. 19 tight. 19 tight. Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
Now back to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go. 7 Pirates. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks.
He'll drop to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Here we go.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first half, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Ready.
Back to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
He'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline.
And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ballgame. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
James Cook
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Giants come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Great job.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. 47 yards. And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Giants take over first and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that's one where if you get your hands on it, you should expect to make the play. That could have gone for big yardage, but he just couldn't get it to stick to those big mitts.
Mustang 19. 79 Broncos.
They'll drop to throw. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
19 Pioneer. 19 Lions.
They're going to try and throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's caught.
Now he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to look deep down the field.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Jags will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville.
2nd and 10.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Hey, run! Son,
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it.
That's Jaguars first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Lawrence going to move him around a bit.
They go play action here on 1st down. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
There's a short one caught by Johnson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
70 ranges.
2nd and 5. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing up his accuracy.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Warriors 70. 18, tied in.
They'll try and throw for it here. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
A throw right side caught by Neighbors.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. The slot man in motion right. Back to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice, long, soaking hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Hey, go. Hey, so hot.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. That's to Cook out of the backfield. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Buffalo 8, Cowboy 8.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really, you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll set up a throw. And complete right side to Cook. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
He finds his man complete. It's Fields. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Cut 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Giants are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Fields. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the
Corey,
Jaguars'
instead of it, drop 60, drop 60.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Ready.
A great play there. 36 yards. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But
there he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jaguars look like they're going to get... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. James Cook with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Giants get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready up.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this. And well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Now Lawrence.
The Giants' 23-yard line.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time, looked well for a solid gain.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Giants.
Malik Neighbors.
73 yards.
And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Two-point conversion.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Keeps the score. Jaguars 48. Giants 35.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Jaguars! A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Jaguars have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Makes the score. Jaguars 56. Giants 35.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Let's go now. 19, 79 Broncos, 65.
Back to throw. Jaguar pressure and Jaguar sack.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
19, 18, left.
Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
Hey, Tim. Go, let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the...
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. James Cook, 81 yards. And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Let's go now.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And they can't connect, incomplete. But that stops the clock with 1 tick remaining here in this first half. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. And he lost the football.